what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Island Podcast. To my left, we have Niccolo Piccolo. To his left, we have a newcomer, Tim Radicke. And then next to him, we have Joe Cavero, and I am Shane Zaccoli. So let's get right into it. So today, for our first topic, we're going to be building our best baseball player by giving a certain amount of money. You have $15, and each player is worth a certain price. Yeah, here it is. So I guess we'll start with hitting. Who wants to go first? How much would you guys start with?
I think everybody chose the same thing.
I'll start first. I feel like it's unanimous. I'll spend $5 on Mike Trout.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm spending $5 on Mike Trout.
Yeah.
There's no one debatable unless you want to wank off a lefty and take Yelich.
Yeah. We're trying to be child friendly too, so I don't know the best option.
All right. So obviously we're all taking Mike Trout. He's the best hitter in baseball, and I think after he plays for another, 7 to 10 years, he could definitely go down as the best player in history. He probably will be my best player in history. I'm a huge Trout fan. I mean, we're just talking about hitting, but like he does everything right. Should have been MVP in 2012. Don't at me. Actually, at me. But anyway, so for the
At
power
him at Shane Zaccoli.
yeah, for the power department, who do you guys have?
All right, for me, I'm gonna spend a cheap $2 on my boy Pete Alonso.
Yes,
I'm gonna do that too. As a Yankee fan, I'm gonna do that too. I'm not taking any of the Yankees. That's too much money.
Yeah, the fact that Alonso is that low for his power and getting 53 home runs last year,
Yeah.
you gotta take him.
Choice.
All of you are taking Alonso?
No.
Yeah.
I would love to take Alonso.
I would too,
I
but
literally rock the Alonso jersey all the time.
I'm taking
But for
Gallo.
$1 to get Boomstick, dude.
Yeah, I was in between
It's
Nelson Cruz and Pete
Harder.
Alonso.
Dude. If he played a full season last year, he probably would have had 53 home runs.
I'm
He
taking
played so little, he didn't even qualify for like the OPS title, and he had over a 1 OPS because the guy hits absolute nukes, even though he's like 30.
Okay.
Dude, I'm
Also,
taking Gallo.
Okay. You saying Gallo, $3?
Dude, he was injured like a quarter of the year, and he was already like at 45 dunks. He could have easily hit like 55. He was crazy.
Also, to put into perspective how this is working out, we are making one player. So we'll have Mike Trout's hitting ability plus whoever's power you want.
Imagine.
So
I mean, Mike Trout.
that's insane. He already has power. But, like, just adding a power boost to Mike Trout sounds unfair. But anyways, I feel like, Pete Alonso is my pick.
Personally, I feel like you have to go with like Judge and Stanton have some ridiculous power, but the drop off between Judge and like Cruz is like minimal. I would say Cruz has even more power, but he's not like a Yankee, so he doesn't.
I would debate Gallo as the most out of all of them.
Oh yeah, but
I think Gallo and Alonso are the best out of them.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on to speed. I thought this one was the easiest category. For me personally, I took Malik Smith. I mean, he was injured. He actually wasn't injured. He was bad, so he got sent down to the minors. But when he came back up, he led the league in steals, I'm pretty sure. So he's one of the fastest guys in baseball. And for another cheap price of $1, I mean, Mike Trout, is already as fast as these guys. 49 stolen bases in 2012, just saying. But I guess you get him a little bit faster. Take Malik Smith. I feel like that's the pick.
I'm currently editing the latest podcast, but in the create our own player for $15 thing, I'm just trying to clear up a little confusion. Because there seems a little bit of confusion, like especially Shane saying how he's like combining like Mike Trout's power with like, I think he picked Nelson Cruz. But so just clear up the air. We're not building off Mike Trout. Mike Trout's already the perfect hitter, but we're not just having Mike Trout and adding stats to him. We're making our own player with each of these players we pick's abilities. So for hitting, obviously Mike Trout, you have his contact, you have his eye, you have his power, and then you add more power to that. It's not like a stat boost, but it's like instead of having Mike Trout's power, you're replacing that with, like for me, I put Pete Alonso, and then same with speed. You're not having Mike Trout's speed, you're having some other player's speed. And same with field and same with arm. So it's not just all Mike Trout, just to clear up the air.
Yeah, I'm taking Smith all day.
Yeah, I agreed with that. I had to pick one of the dollar options, and Malik Smith was my choice.
Yeah, I was thinking about going to Cunha just because of like how like well he did on the field after he hit, he would get around pretty fast. But I think I do need to go cheap here, so I'll go with Smith as well.
Oh, another unanimous. Okay.
Yeah, that one, speed as it's obviously really important. These guys' speeds are basically all the same. I mean, Buxton's probably like a little faster than them. Trey Turner's probably the smarter base runner of all of them, but
And also remember with Gallo's power, how much do you really need speed? And Mike Trout's hitting.
yeah, that's true. But some of them don't go over. So for fielding, where would you guys at? What'd you guys go with?
I'm going for Simmons with cheap $2.
Okay. I decided to stick with like the outfield, and I'm taking Mookie Betts for $3.
Yeah, that's where I went to. Mookie Betts, I mean, probably I'd say the best defender in right field. Obviously, I feel like he's going to be moved to center with the Dodgers, but I think he'll fit right in. He's a fast, small guy and has a great ability to track the ball. I think for $3, I think it's a steal.
I went with Mookie Betts here. I just think that his fielding is really good, and for $3, I think that's way worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So for arm, since the way I spent my money, I spent 5, and then I went 6, 7, 3. So I have $5 here to spend on Matt Chapman. So I mean, yeah, Mike Trout already has a pretty good arm. I mean, it's not his strongest quality, but the man, still guns down runners all the time. But now imagine Mike Trout in center field with Chapman's arm. I'm just saying.
So I'm gonna have to go with the strongest arm in the MLB here, Ramon Laureano.
Yep.
This man has a cannon for an arm, and I think that he's on the same level as Chapman. So I think that getting him for $4 is pretty good.
Yeah, he was my last $4. I spent every last penny I had, and Laureano has one of the strongest arms. I'm just full committing on outfield, and I feel like it's a solid, like, all-around build at that point.
I feel like
that hose to first base he had on that one play explains everything. He has the best arm in MLB.
I feel like his arm is overrated just because that one highlight of him catching the ball in center, jumping on the wall, and then throwing out a runner that already was halfway on his way to third. Like, yeah, like the man threw it from deep center to first base on a fly, but like, come on, Matt Chapman. Like, if you hit the ball to him at third, like, and he catches it, you're out.
So by that logic, you think Cespedes' arm is overrated too?
Okay, see, my one question for you, Shane, is what position is your player? Because like you have Mookie Betts at fielding, and you have Chapman's arm.
Yeah, so now I just have a center fielder that's really fast that can throw like an absolute cannon.
Okay.
So basically the same thing. You guys have just like the throws faster. Maybe not as far, but I'd rather have a line drive that bounces once than a lollipop. All that takes a while to get there. That's just me personally, Just saying.
Interesting.
Okay.
Because Chapman definitely has the stronger arm, like even if it's a one-hopper. Tim, as a catcher, if it's a one-hopper but it gets there, it's still a great throw as long as it's fast.
All right. I think that's it. Does anybody have any last words about their built player?
That Bellinger did not deserve to be the $5 spot whatsoever.
For fielding? Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, Simmons is like –
Bleacher Report
I don't want to compare Simmons.
They should have
Simmons, but Simmons is like shortstop defender of our generation.
They should have switched Simmons and Baez and switched Bellinger and Betts.
I agree. All right. So that was pretty fast. I almost said fist, but fast. So I guess we're moving on to the next segment. Who would you build your team around? One starting pitcher, one position player, and the only rule is Mike Trout is not allowed.
Yeah, Mike Trout is like the
easiest. Like all time.
Mike Trout is not allowed. What?
All time or current players?
No, current players.
Okay.
Can I take Mike Trout as a pitcher so I have him hit every 5 games?
No loopholes.
So is it all time or just current day?
Current day.
I'm gonna start off with my pitcher. I'm taking.
Yeah, I think. Wheeler. Okay. Yeah, we'll go around pitchers first. We'll go around pitchers and we'll go around position players.
All right, we can't take the same person and it goes snake.
No, yeah, you can't go. Okay, so Nick went first. The order is gonna be Nick, Tim,
Tim,
then me,
Joe,
then Shane.
Shane.
All right, so
Shane,
yes,
yeah,
I'll
Shane's
I'll
last.
take I'll take Walker Bueller. I think that the fact that he's so good right now and his age is just like I don't know, man. He was in the running for NL MVP. I mean, Cy Young. Sorry, he was up there for Cy Young, and the fact that he's so young, I think that's a great guy to work around.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird that he's not even the best pitcher on his team, and you're still taking him.
He is the best pitcher on his team now.
Not last year. In the playoffs?
Not in the playoffs.
Playoffs, man. I don't know. I mean, he's only what? He's only been there once. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a weird one.
Oh,
It's almost like what Shane said, how he'd like to have Mike Trout pitching.
okay.
I'd like to take Ohtani and have him hitting.
that's pretty
You-
smart.
He is a great pitcher. I mean, he
Is.
had some games
Okay.
like when he was able to pitch.
I feel like I probably should establish rules ahead of time. They can't
That's
be,
fine.
like,
He can have an
multiple
average
dimensional-
pitcher that hits
Yeah,
every 5.
but-
I don't
I
even
feel-
think he's just an average pitcher. His stuff improved from the whatever it is, Nippon Ham Fighters, whatever he was on. It's improved from there. He's only ticked up velocity, and once he gets his arm thing figured out with a nasty splitter and 101 at the ready, like who the hell's gonna hit him? And then hitting 20 tanks a year last year for a pitcher.
Okay, I guess we'll allow it, Tim. I did not establish the rules ahead of time except the Mike Trout thing, so we'll allow it.
Shane, you seem pretty angry there that he picked him.
No,
No,
I mean,
just
it was
wanna take
very
Mike
smart.
Trout, but
It was
whatever.
very smart. It was very smart.
That's
He-
not
he
who I was
took-
taking.
Hey,
he
Shane
took
gave me the
two
idea.
positions- He took 2 positions in one right there. Like,
All right,
Congrats,
Joe, who do you
Tim.
got? Who do you got?
okay, I'm between 2 players right now. These might be iffys. Shane Bieber
Ooh, I love him.
and Jose Barrios. I don't know why, but I'm such a fan of Jose Barrios. And I don't know, maybe it's just because I've had him in fantasy like every year, except this year. I don't think I have him.
I think
But-
Vinny.
Vinny probably has him. But I feel like his stuff is good enough and he's young enough that you could build off him. And eventually he'll get to the point where I don't think
So
he'll
you
ever
took
be.
Jose Barrios?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Jose Barrios.
Wow, Barrios. How long has Barrios been in the league? He's still so young.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
He's only 21 and he's been in the league for like 5 years already or 4 years.
Jose Barrios is my pick for starting pitcher.
That was a bad pick, but
Yeah, he has a 4.5 career ERA.
It's fine.
yeah,
it's
great
fine.
pick.
It's fine.
Joe left
I will-
a bunch of good players on the
I
board
did.
for
I
me.
did. It's fine. I
How do you
had to
think
go with gut.
Barrios.
The first thing that came into my head was Shane Bieber, obviously All-Star MVP. I'm pretty sure he had. I know he had one of the lowest walk per nines. It might have been one of the the lowest in the league.
Yeah.
But then there's some other great players like Lucas Giolito, Forrest Whitney, Houston Astros. Even though he's like still a prospect. Who
Has he
else was I
pitched in the bigs a lot?
What?
Has Forrest Whitley even like pitched in the bigs yet or no?
No, but he's young. He's the number 1 prospect. Tyler Glasnow was also on it, but
OPEC.
Yeah.
yeah, but he is elbow surgery. But I'm definitely gonna go with Shane Bieber here. The guy, he's electric. What was it? 3 or 4 complete games last year. Strikes out everyone. Doesn't give up runs, and he learned from when he was in the bigs. He had Kluber on his team. He had other good pitchers, but yeah, I think he's definitely the pick. And it's worked out kind of well for me because now I get to choose the first batter. Kind of suck. I can't take Mike Trout because I would take Mike Trout as my pitcher,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Mhm.
So I have the first pick. So I have a lot of great options for hitters. But I feel like to build my team around right now, I'd have to go Acuna Jr.
Okay.
I was thinking Bellinger. Yelich is a little Yelich is a little old to take compared to Bellinger and Acuna. Acuna is 21. And I mean, what is there not to love? The guy is an amazing center fielder. Would have had a 40-40 season if he didn't get injured at the end of the year. Hits like a massive amount of power. Hits everywhere on the field. You can't even shift him. I feel like next year is definitely a shot at MVP. He's on a great team now, which obviously helps his stats, but I just feel like he's the pick to go here. What is he? 21. Guy can easily hit over 50 home runs in a season. Could get 50 stolen bases in a season if they let him run. Like, yeah, his average isn't the best, but his on base percentage is all right, especially for the power that he has.
Okay. Cunha off the board. All right. This may be controversial. This may look biased as fuck. But overall, I'm gonna take Gleyber Torres.
Oh my
Position
God.
player. Did you think I was gonna say Judge?
Yeah.
No, Judge is too old. I'm not building off Judge. Gleyber Torres, who might possibly be one of the options to be the
That's
next
my
Yankees captain,
reaction to
if
Judge's
not
Gleyber
Aaron
Torres.
Judge. If it's not Judge, it's gonna be Gleyber Torres.
Don't worry, Joe. It's okay.
Torres.
Wrong opinion.
Okay, Tim, shut up. I can't wait to roast you about yours. Anyways, he's not old. He's not old, but he's not 21. What is he, like 23?
The only
Isn't he like-
difference.
Torres? Torres? I think he's 22.
Yeah, he's 22. That O's announcer kept saying he's just 21.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, he's 22. So he's just a year older than Acuna, yeah. And he's just a year older than Juan Soto. Or Soto is
Joe, I have a
a year,
question.
2 years young. Yes.
So if we take away his stats versus the Orioles, would you still take him?
Yeah.
Keep in mind that's like half of his home run and like 30.
Yes.
It
Yes.
is.
Yes, I would.
It's
Yes, I
literally
would.
like 35 RBIs.
Because literally, he is such a good, like, he could be considered a power. He's not a power hitter. He's a contact hitter, comes first. Okay? And, like,
So
I
he-
feel like
he has
0-2
worse.
count.
I feel like you can
count.
just shift him and he gets the occasional blooper. And you
What
call that
position
a
is he
contact.
playing?
Well, it's multiple facets, okay? I could have him play shortstop or second base.
Well, now he's playing short because Didi's gone.
He's an awful shortstop.
He really
He plays
is.
second base. It doesn't matter.
And who
He's
plays
still so
shortstop?
young.
Then who plays shortstop?
Well, let's build your team around.
I'm not
So-
building my whole team, Tim. It's who I'm building my team around. And I feel like also characteristic-wise,
Okay, for the
Torres,
Yankees, who plays
Gleyber
shortstop?
Torres. What?
For the Yankees, who plays shortstop?
Out of who?
If Gleyber doesn't, who plays short for the Yankees?
If
Gleyber
Gleyber doesn't, Gleyber is playing shortstop.
Okay.
Tim, we're not talking about the Yankees. We're talking about Gleyber
We're
Torres.
not talking.
I know.
Tim,
I want to talk about the
Tim,
Yankees.
get with the program. That's not what we're doing right now. But also, from a characteristic standpoint, he may not speak a lot of English. It's broken up English, but he has solid interviews. He knows how to talk. I feel like his youth and overall character could make a great Yankee captain, and that's the type of person I'd like to build my team off. It's not all talent. It's got to be able to make sure it meshes with the team as a whole. So I feel like that. Also, he's got a Spanish connection with Jose Barrios. Gang.
If you guys didn't know, Joe's actually a Yankees fan. I know it might be hard to tell by his selection, but can we just put this into like reference for a second? You took Gleyber Torres over. Let's just compare him to, I don't know, maybe 23-year-old Cody Bellinger. All right, so let's go.
I didn't want
Bellinger is
Bellinger.
faster, hit more home runs, plays better defense, has better contact, and walks more.
It's fine.
That's all I
It's
have.
fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right, Tim, you're up.
Okay, so I would say Yelich, but as a Cub fan, I'd rather peel my toenails off with a butter knife than pick a Brewer. So I'd probably go Anthony Rendon.
Oh, Anthony Rendon's a little old there, buddy.
I know he's a little old, but like honestly, he could just move to first base when it comes to it. Hitting really doesn't go away like that after a while. His power might go away, but he's still like a 330 hitter almost every year.
We're rebuilding a team, yes?
Yes.
And like it could take like 10 years till your team makes the playoffs. And
No,
Anthony
no,
Rendon
no,
will
no,
be
no.
way past his prime.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, well
Now you
said
just-
about the-
I'm sticking with
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Anthony Rendon turns 30 in 2 days.
Okay.
So in 8 years, all of our players are going to be 30 in their prime, and you won't have a player.
Otani's a back bump on the plate.
I mean,
okay?
he could get signed to a major contract like Albert Pujols and be like there just because.
How big wasn't his contract pretty big?
Yes, Albert
Wasn't it like
Pujols'
8
contract
years?
was very big.
It was 8 years.
Okay. Then move him to first base and let him keep raking. I think he could rake at 38. Maybe have a
Would
2.
you rather have a 38-year-old Anthony Rendon than a
Cody Bellinger is still on the board.
Bro, I already
I'd
got
rather
a
have
hitter.
Bellinger.
I got Shohei Ohtani.
No.
You gotta
He
say
could take him.
He
I'll
has
gladly
to.
take
It's
Bellinger.
locked in. It's locked in.
I'm already taking
you're
Rendon.
gonna-
I'm
Okay,
happy.
well-
He can teach the young guys. It's okay. He's a good
Why
clubhouse.
did you didn't take Soto?
Anchor of the infield. I thought I was gonna take Soto too.
I'm not gonna lie. Tim's pick seems worse than mine now.
No, they're not.
No, you're not.
So am I up?
Yes, you are up.
Yeah, Nick, you're up.
I just have 2 words, Cody Bellinger, and I don't think I need to say anything else because of Tim and Joe's picks. Just
Okay. Okay.
I gotta say
I feel
the fact
like-
that Bellinger
Whose pick
fell to
was
me,
better?
I can't
Whose
believe
pick
this.
was better?
I feel
Whose
like
pick was
my
better
pick
out of
was
the two of
better
yours?
because
Yes.
Gleyber Torres is going to be in his prime by the time Anthony Rendon retires. Also, Gleyber Torres has a chance to continue to get better and develop.
For all we
has a
know,
higher
Gleyber's
peak.
sent down because he can't field a ground ball. Okay.
You picked Jose Barrios.
I did pick Jose Barrios.
So I
Okay,
guess
well,
I'm gonna
it's a
have to
club
rep.
feel.
I guess I'm gonna have to rep the Los Angeles Dodgers because I have Bueller and Bellinger now
Well,
to
you know,
start
I
my
still like
franchise.
better.
guess
Well-
what, people? My locker room's going to be litty as hell, okay? I've got party
Yeah,
animals.
well, my
You're
locker room is
Puerto
gonna be
Rican
filled
party
with
god.
awards and World Series trophies, and Joe's locker room is just gonna be like people banging out. Like, you're trying to tell me that Ronald Acuna Jr. can't make a locker room fun? He might not run to first base all the time, but you know what? That's not what matters when you hit the ball over the fence 50 times a year and steal 50 bags. All right?
Okay. Well, I was going for overall
Like,
team rebuild.
First.
So if I was a manager, I'd want like energy in the locker room. Like if we're on a losing streak, I want there to still be positive energy. And I feel like Jose Barrios and Gleyber Torres could do a fine job of doing that.
I literally have Justin Bieber's long lost cousin. Like, don't even at me.
Look, another reason why Bellinger is better than both of your picks is he could play first base and outfield. So let's say I have an abundance of outfielders. Oh, look, I need a first baseman. Bellinger, go play there. Look, you're a great first baseman too. You're a great fielder in general. He could laser someone from the outfield. He could laser someone from first base, even if he doesn't really need to. He's just like a really good player.
Yeah, I don't know how they let this happen.
I
I
don't
would
know.
almost took Bellinger in my first.
Okay, wait. Like, okay, you know, Rendon can play first a little. He's a really, really good defender. Let's not forget that.
He's literally turning 30 in 2 days. I don't want to hear it.
I'd rather have
but then
Arenado.
Shohei
Why
Ohtani,
wouldn't you take
he's
Arenado?
trying to in the outfield. He has a hose, you know.
You didn't even take the top two, one of the top 2 third basemen.
Look, Arenado is the same age, and I'd take Arenado over Rendon.
I would too,
Nah,
100%.
Coors Field.
Oh, sorry.
I would
He's
take
actually
Bregman.
a year younger because Rendon's
Bregman
turning
too.
30. No,
Alex.
Bregman's out of the picture. He doesn't count.
Yeah,
I would take Bregman.
unless we got a trash can.
Sorry, it was the Astros over there.
Yeah.
I would go like Acuna, Bellinger, maybe Bregman. The
Oh,
guy-
okay. I just found Bleacher Report's best 25 best players under 25.
I just saw that.
Notice how Rendon's not on this list, but whatever. I digress.
Or, you know what?
Number one, they said was
Shohei?
Bellinger, and number 2 is Acuna. You know, rightfully so, the 2 best players that were chosen in this top 4.
Is 3 Bregman?
No, 3 is Juan Soto.
Oh,
4, Yohan Moncada. You know, a third baseman who's pretty young and really good. So I mean, I don't know if you want a third baseman, you could have went there.
Is Bregman over the 25?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's like
I think
26,
Bregman's 26.
Yeah.
Bregman,
Moncada's pretty.
Yeah, he was drafted in 15 out of LSU.
yeah, Bregman is
Oh, wait,
26.
I forgot to take the best hitter possible. Damn. I should have taken Kyle Schwarber.
All right, well, Tim, this is why you need to stop. I'll skip over pitchers, but like I'll just say them quickly. Jack Flaherty. We got Rafael Devers, another third baseman who's under 25. You know,
I should have taken Jack Flaherty.
Jordan Alvarez. Let's see,
Alvarez.
Gleyber Torres. Gleyber Torres was number 8 on this list.
That's a disgrace.
Let's see, Shane Bieber. He's up there. Mike Soroka. Where else? We got Ozzy Albies, Fernando Tatis, Austin Meadows, Keston Hiura, Eloy Jimenez.
Oh,
Let's see.
So good.
Kayvon
Bo Bichette. You
Ciccio.
think like Bo Bichette.
I was thinking
Guerrero,
about. I
or
would think if Bo Bichette. I mean, if Bellinger was taken, I was gonna take Bo Bichette.
I love Bo Bichette.
Chris Paddock, Sandy Alcantara,
the true
Willie
year.
Adames.
I agree. Top of the list. You just said a
My
Willis player.
my biggest thing about this list is Pete Alonso is not on the list, nor is he an honorable mention, and I'm mad.
And Tatis is on that list. Oh yeah.
Tatis is a really good player.
Haddock, the real rookie of the year.
All right. So our next topic. This gets pretty heated in the MLB community. I don't know why. There's like a clear and obvious answer, but who is the better? What do you want to say? Who's the better player, or who's the better player? Ronald Acuna Jr. or the Nationals left fielder? I don't know.
Oh,
And what's his name?
Wait.
Not
I
relevant.
need to start with that, okay? Before when we were talking about it, before we started recording, you said a hitter. If it's hitter, I choose Soto.
Fine. We'll do a hitter because that's not. Let's not act like that's half the battle.
Okay.
We'll do offensive player.
Offensive player as a package. Okay, ready? Not Juan Soto, Acuna. Yo, like he could hit for power, he could get his walks, and he could steal the fucking base. Okay, like what else do you want? Juan Soto's good, yes and all, but I would still take Acuna 100% over Juan Soto any day of the week.
Yeah, I agree. He could hit bombs. He could hit wherever he wants to. He could steal all the time. And, he does get walked a lot because he hits bombs.
And because he chases outside, that's why he doesn't get walked a lot. Tim, I'll let you go first.
Okay, so I take Soto, and there's mainly two reasons. One, Acuna's a little too swing happy for me. I like a guy that can be patient. Soto walks a lot more than Acuna. He doesn't really strike out, and I'm a little biased towards lefties. Soto rakes lefty. And, we're acting like Acuna hits major bombs over Soto. Soto had 34 last year. He had 34, he hit 282, and he has average, defense isn't factored into it, but I'd just rather Soto as a
Not average.
huh?
Not average. It's below average.
Hey, okay? David
He also
Peralta
plays
won a field goal
the
glove.
easiest
That
fielding
ain't
position
that
in baseball.
what?
The easiest fielding position in baseball.
Yeah, it is. By far. But I'd rather Soto I think he's a more patient hitter, biased to the lefty splits he has. And honestly, I just don't need those strikeouts when Soto can hit just as many bombs.
Tim. What was your argument? Can you just restate?
From the beginning, no one was paying attention because it was complete garbage. Continue.
All right, hold on. Let me say something real quick. So let's go over right now. What's the most important thing in baseball?
Homers.
Home runs. All right.
Acuna has more than last year.
Hold on. Acuna is he's definitely the better power hitter. Like Juan Soto does hit bombs, but obviously Acuna is the better hitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then stolen bases. I'm not just all right, now I just said stolen bases, but his speed, not only can he steal a base whenever the coaching staff allows him to, he can also turn those singles, those gap singles that might be singles for Juan Soto, those would be doubles for Acuna, and those doubles that Soto hit, those could be triples for Acuna. That's another huge part of this game is trying to get those extra bases. And then you bring up a great point.
Well, now you're bringing up into player.
No,
that's
offense.
player.
Offense as a
I'm just gonna
whole.
finish talking. You bring up a good point. Juan Soto walks a lot more. I can't argue that. Acuna swings a little too much, but he makes contact a lot. He's still in even though average doesn't really mean much, he still is above the league average and average. His on base percentage isn't as bad as you make it seem, considering how much he swings. I mean, everything like taking everything in consideration, like Juan Soto walks more, Acuna does more of everything else, and he can play defense, but neither here nor there.
I mean, Juan Soto's average was .002 higher than Ronald Acuna's.
That's not important. What was the on base percentage difference?
Oh, on base percentage? Let's see.
I mean, we can both agree like they're both like inferior to Pete Alonso, but we don't really need to discuss that right now.
Oh yeah, we don't need to discuss that.
Okay,
Juan
unanimous
Soto had a
agreement.
Juan Soto had a 401,
Which is amazing.
and Acuna had a 365.
Okay, that's
not that bad.
Shane,
Especially for how much he swings, that's not bad.
Juan Soto had a 548 slugging.
What was their WARs?
okay, I
Worse?
have a question.
Juan Soto was 4.6. Acuna was 5.7.
Tim. What?
What do you consider the ultimate batting stat?
The ultimate batting stat?
Yeah.
There is no ultimate batting stat, especially when we're talking about offense, because on base percentage on base plus slugging doesn't include base running. But what is the difference, Tim? Because I assume that's what you're talking about.
It's not exactly what I'm talking about, but just Soto's higher across the board by like 50 points and everything. OBP, slugging, OPS.
Is a 50-point slugging over Acuna.
What was that?
Okay, Acuna's 518, Soto's 550, but then Soto has and Acuna's OPS is 880 and Soto's is 950.
That was just last year.
Yeah, that was last year. Surprisingly, Acuna's first year.
Yeah, he went off his first year. We hit like 7 home runs in 7 days one time against the Marlins.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
But I'm saying I'm projecting this for I'm also like projecting this the rest of his career. I think Acuna is like next year is going to be the NL MVP.
Oh,
because Trout's
Wow.
on the NL.
Okay.
we're projecting Acuna will probably be better in the future, but like right now, I think it's Soto.
I think Soto just had a good year, but I think Acuna is still the better player.
Acuna has a Silver Slugger and an All-Star. Juan Soto doesn't.
In the
Alright, this
future,
is
Acuna's better, but
off-topic.
right now, I think it's Soto. As a hit.
Okay, this is very off topic, but Nick has done a great job being our fact checker. So Nick, congrats, you got that job. Promotion.
Thank you.
Adam Davis right there.
Professional fact checker. He did it out here. Wow. I mean, I think we pretty much covered most of the topics we wanted to talk about. We have a lot more topics to talk about in the future that involves a lot more thinking, a lot more background checks and information that we have to look into, stats like
the basketball in the 70s.
Yeah, so we had ideas. Probably it's probably next video. We haven't decided which sport we're gonna do, but create an all-time lineup, whether either baseball, basketball, football, whatever. But it has to include one player from each decade, and you can't have more than one player from each decade. So it's got to be spread out. It's got to be best team all around.
I have a question about that. Can I take Mike Trout in the 2000, 2010, and 2010, 2020 because he was drafted in 2009?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the year they had their prime. I think that's what
Okay, that's better.
I'm trying to flex the system.
Yeah, I know you are. I gotta try and make this fair out here.
He might have been drafted in 2010, but I don't actually. I think it was.
Can I take Kobe Bryant on both of his Laker runs?
Okay, no multiple different team players.
That's 2 MVP careers right there.
Yeah, number 24, number 8. You can't do it. You gotta pick one or the other.
That's fair.
Okay. I think that's it.
All right.
Peace.
Deuces. See you next time.